weather.
Stormy weather.
Stormy weather. Look what the wind just blew in.
The cat drug in.
Yeah, Sybil from the Humane Society of North Iowa for the shelter scoop.
What are we calling it these days?
Well,
The poop.
it's coming up into 2025. It might change. Who knows?
It might change.
Right. Brought to you by Garner Vet Clinic and also the Garner Pet Resort in Wash. Dr. Bruce and the whole crew over there in Garner. Make sure you get that if you're going to be going on vacations or going to do holidays coming over. Maybe they can set you up and let your pet be there instead of, knocking the Christmas tree over or something.
Oh, eating out your garbage, knocking things over in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Snots. Well, that's what the dog's name is in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
Snots.
Yeah.
Take snot. Have Snots be Uncle Bruce or Dr. Bruce's problem instead.
Right, exactly.
Here you go, Dr. Bruce. Here's Snots.
Yeah.
So yeah, make those Christmas plans.
Right. Yeah. So what's going on? We are coming up in the holidays, but you got quite a few little animals.
Oh man, we still have over 100 animals at the shelter, cats and dogs that all would just love to have a home for the holidays. And we've got many that have been there for an extended period because they have situations and requirements for the kind of home that they need. So like dogs that don't get along with other dogs or cats that don't get along with their cats. And so, we understand that it takes a while, for them to find their homes, but we have other animals that have like zero wrong with them. And they are just perfectly wonderful animals and they just haven't found their home yet. So one of them, and this is a quickie because the minute I talk about him, I feel like people are going to start calling the shelter. His name is Blaze. He's a 4-month-old Pomeranian poodle puppy. Say that
nice.
Fast.
Yeah. So
Pomeranian poodle puppy.
So he doesn't shed.
Well, I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, all animals do somewhat, but he is a little ragamuffin and just adorable. But his last family, the parents got him for the kids, and he's a puppy, so he's got a lot of energy, requires a lot of work. He needs a lot of interactions. The kids are busy all the time. They're in sports, they're gone. And so the parents are like, oh, okay, this wasn't a good idea. And they brought him to the shelter. So we're going to find him a great home, but it needs to be with an active family who's able to keep him entertained and give him some training, because he's a puppy.
Right.
But his name is Blaze. He's all black. Like I said, he's a little bit of a mop top right now. He could use a good grooming. I went and took him to Santa pictures last week. So there's an adorable picture of him with Santa. Oh, but gosh, he is so cute. The other one I want to talk about is my little buddy, Luke of Bo and Luke.
Oh, yeah.
Only a certain age group. Well, your listeners should automatically get Bo and Luke Duke.
Right.
Yeah, just the good old boys. Anyway, not stereotyping, but come on.
Right.
So Bo and Luke are Blue Heeler. I had to look that up to see if I can't remember if they're Australian Shepherd or Blue Heeler. Bo and Luke were Blue Heeler dogs that were found wandering around the county last summer. And just the cutest little pair of dogs. We thought they're puppies because they're so vivacious and little, but I think they're young adults. Well, Bo got adopted right away, but Luke did not. And Luke kind of fell into a little bit of a sadness without Bo being there. So now he's a little bit shy. And he's been waiting now since last fall for his forever home to come in. But he is a beautiful little buddy. I guess we're saying he's a year old, about a year and a half. Okay. He's so sweet and affectionate, but like I said, since his brother got adopted, he's just a little bit shy. It could be the shelter. I mean, there's a lot of other dogs around. It can be a little bit intimidating for a dog that's not used to that kind of interaction. But man, he is so cute and so sweet, and he would love to have a big red bow around his neck and go home for Christmas and be put under the tree. So peruse our website, though. Check out all of our animals. We have so many cats and dogs and kittens that are looking to go home for Christmas. Our website is hsni.org. That's HSNI as in Humane Society, North Iowa.org. You can come see us. We're out on South Birch Drive, Old River Road. And our hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, Saturday, 10 till 2.
So go check it out. Humane Society of North Iowa.org.
There's little Blaze.
Yeah, there you go. I just put a picture up on the video. You can see that live right now on the official 98.7 Kids Country Facebook page. So make sure you go check that out. So
he's with Santa, and he's on Santa's nice list.
Yeah, right. Hey, cute little dog.
He is so sweet.
But he does need a haircut.
Yeah, he does. But I took him to this event, Santa Pictures with Jane Fisher at her office.
Oh, sure.
And like all these dogs came to get their pictures taken with Santa. And some I knew from the shelter, some I did not. And everybody at the shelter is like, oh, Blaze is going to keep you on your toes. He's a puppy. You know, he's going to be wild and rambunctious. He was one of the most well-behaved dogs there. And the big dogs that came in, he was, you know, really interested in playtime. And then the little dogs that came in, he was yappy and really kind of obnoxious with. He wanted to play with them too. There was this one little a Pembroke Corgi that he just loved, and they played and played and played and played. And I was hoping they would come in and apply, but they weren't in a place that they could have a second dog. But man, we have so many sweethearts that, you know, through no fault of their own, ended up in the shelter. And, you know, I always say, all of these dogs were once someone else's pet. There are no wild pack or feral dogs running the streets of Mason City. And so all of these dogs were once someone else's pet. And again, through no circumstance of their own, through no fault of their own, they ended up in the shelter. So, you know, they need a second chance at the life they deserve, a new leash on life. And I hope that whoever's listening out there will consider giving a home to an animal in need from the animal shelter, from the Humane Society.
You know, nothing's more sad than to see that, you know, because they're loving little dogs. And you know what? The best ones to get are the ones that are out of the shelter, because, you know, they're looking for love. And, you know, because I had that from experience with my dog.
Yeah.
From Dixie when I had her.
Dixie.
And she was just a sweetheart. The greatest thing. And it just couldn't get enough of just relaxing and playing. And, you know. So.
And the shelter environment, people are saying, oh, I can't go out there. It's so sad. But I mean, you've been out there, and, you know, we try to make it as engaging and as enriching and as loving as we possibly can. And we have a wonderful staff at the Humane Society that provides care to our animals, and all of our staff interacts with the animals every day. And so they are well cared for and loved. And we love them all like they were our own pets. But the shelter is not a home. It's just a temporary stop on their adoption journey. And so while we love them while they're with us, our ultimate goal is to send them to their home. So stopping out and see us, come meet Blaze, Jake, Luke. I said Jake. Blaze, Luke, and all the crew at the Humane Society of North Iowa. We're open from 10 to 4 today.
Any special hours next week for Christmas or not? We'll talk about that next week.
We'll talk about, I can't even think that far ahead. I don't know. What is that?
Check it out. The official 98.7 Kids Country Facebook page is there. Also on the website, 987kidscountry.com. It'll be there shortly later today. So again, Sybil, have yourself a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
You do the same.
Today's hottest country plays here.
Today's new country.